Aloha from Bali, everyone. I hope you're doing okay. If your life's anything like mine, it's a big mix of fear, worry, anxiousness about the health of others, about our own health, about economic health, and also at the same time, there seems to be a lot of positive that we can focus on, like our eco footprint is smaller. In my own life, I'm actually really enjoying drawing our family life closer together. I haven't minded at all the kind of monk life that we've been leading. And as well, I've had a lot of projects on the go. And it's been incredible to have time to focus on them. So I want to say that it's a hard time, for sure. There's no doubt about it. I've never experienced anything like this in my lifetime, and you probably haven't either. I want to, one, really commit to helping to keep my own vibration open and expand it, and not just contract it down into fear and worry and every man or every person for themselves. I think that if there's any great learning that comes from this situation, it's that we can rediscover our place in nature as a species. We've been living way too out of balance with all the other species out there and with the planet itself. Straight up hubris. And if I have one hope out of all this, is that we come together as a collective and really reassess and rebalance how we're living with this planet. Now, additionally, I really want to make sure that in this time, while we're all stuck home doing whatever it is we do, and it's hard to be home, I get it. It's hard to be home in general. Blaise Pascal says that all man's problems, sorry, I didn't say people, he said all man's problems stems from his inability to sit in a room alone with his own thoughts. And Blaise Pascal, as you know, was a scientist, not even a meditation expert. And our thoughts can drive us crazy even when things are going well. But when we're facing health issues, like I mentioned, and economic issues, it's extra hard, and then being so closed in with our family. So I want to give us the tools to balance that all out and help to share my medicine for staying open, for staying level. And what I'm doing is releasing one new video every week on our Vimeo on demand channel. So we just released one called Stay Om Yoga. So keep the Om when you stay home is really the big theme of this. So can you stay connected to Om is the vibration of life, of source. Can you stay connected to that even when you're staying home and not just letting your thoughts drive you crazy? So there's one meditation on this. There's a called Love Transcends All Distance. There's a yoga flow and an explanation of the super flow movements that we do called 3 Abodes of the Heart. Now, people may wonder why it's not free when there's so much free content out there, and I'll tell you, my economic engines have slowed down or almost completely grind it to a halt. So I'm relying on this to help to keep my family fed. Now, I understand that you may have a lot of financial issues as well, and that's why we're doing this all sliding scale. So basically the base price is $10 US, and you can choose a 35% discount, a 55% discount, or a 65% discount using the code Union3555 or Union65. And so you can feel your way through this, and we can find that perfect balance. Now, on top of that, If you really can't afford it, then please send us an email to info@blissology.com or send us a direct message on Blissology Instagram, and we will get this to you, because we don't want finances to be what stops you from helping to have the tools to keep you in balance. So Stay Om Yoga on our Blissology Vimeo on demand channel. Take a look at it. I think you're going to love it. As well, we're working on new content. A few of our courses got canceled, like our Superflow is not happening in San Diego next weekend. So I'm bringing this online, and I can't believe what an incredible format online learning is. I resisted it for a long time because Blissology is so much about finding our highest self and bringing that out through human contact and touch. But obviously that's not going to happen. The whole idea of social distancing seemed obscure to me until we're in it. And now I realized we used to have a saying that said, turn off your smartphone and open up your heart phone. But now I've realized that when we turn on our smartphones, that allows us many times to open our heart phones. So I'm really into the idea of building community through online learning. So we'll have our Superflow module at the end of April, and then in May we'll have our Align Your Yoga, Align Your Life, and Commit to Bliss programs up, as well as amazing new ebook content, which I can't wait to release. We're working on them here in Bali, which is one of the last things I wanted to talk about. People ask a lot, are you still in Bali? How come you're still there? And it's a really long story, but at least one element of it is that our flight got canceled 3 times. We were actually driving to the airport once and had a flight canceled. So a little bit we're castaways, we got stranded. It's amazing that as we tried to rebook our flights, that these flights would go up to $3,000 or $4,000 each US. So it's at least part of the reason why we're here is economics. But in a way, right now we feel safe. We spend a lot of time here. We have a community here. We're hoping that life turns out okay for us. And we really want to say that in a weird kind of way, this is what I asked for. Because long before I even knew COVID was a thing, I wanted time in April to film these online courses and to finish the book projects I've been working on. And the universe has given me the space. We can film every day here in Bali, and we have been doing that. And it's a very creative space to write from, so I'm thankful. So lastly, let's just talk about this love transcends all distance idea. Because we're physically distant from each other. By the way, not just socially distancing, we're actually just physically distant. Socially, we can never be distant. In fact, once you really understand the power of love, you realize that we are always forever connected through this invisible line, through a field. And I have learned to connect with people in so many different ways that I used to rely on with touch, with face-to-face contact. So just know that love is always the biggest gift of the universe. This situation might drive us more down towards our fear side, our disconnected side, our I don't care about you, I just got to look after myself side. But what I'm hoping is that at the end of this all, we will feel so much more connected through this field of love to each other, to our families, to our communities, and nature. So always remember that no matter how distant we all are, that love is this energy that connects us. Love transcends all distances. Keep it positive as best you can. Ride the wave. When you get pulled down, it's like when in the surf, when the waves hit you, you just kind of loosen it. You don't try and resist it, otherwise you get tossed around more. You got to get loose when that wave hits you. And then when you get back up to the surface, stay high vibration then. It's been great chatting, everybody. Stay tuned for more amazing video content coming out. We'll have stuff on our Facebook and Instagram and newsletters and blogs. So it's all at Blissology. Keep taking care of each other. Love, again, transforms and transcends all distances. Namaste.